in Buffalo, and they're looking to defend their title to advance to the USA Rugby Nationals in St. Louis, Missouri, held the June 2nd and 3rd. And whistle blows. Ball goes through the hands of a Buffalo player. And penalty, early penalty, great start for Boston Irish. They get a penalty on their 30-meter. They look like they're going to go to touch. Just unfortunate. It looks like the ball went through the hands of a player. Wonder if the sun was in his eyes. And if that'll be a factor throughout the game. Line out, Boston Irish. And the ref calls a stoppage. It looks like the line out was not set. They're going to reset the line out. Appears to be a full line out for Boston Irish. And they're going to maul. And the maul appears to collapse, but they're able to get the ball out. 12-13. Some hard running, offloads. And there's some space for the wing. He cuts back, and he's able to dot it down for the try. Boston Irish goes up early, 5-0. Able to pick the ball up the ground and shimmy, shimmy, yeah, on his way to 5 points. And Boston Irish, you couldn't have asked for a better start. Got the turnover off the kickoff and scored off that set piece. Buffalo, however, the reigning champions of this super regional, they're not going to give up easily. They've been here before, been in some challenging matches. So they're going to try to dust this one off. But Boston Irish goes up 5-0. And the conversion is wide right. So Boston Irish is going to remain up 5-0. The Wolfhounds up. Buffalo set to kick off. Shows right, kicks left. Boston Irish able to collect it. Buffalo with a great counter ruck, able to disrupt it and get the turnover. Excellent defense by the boys from Buffalo. And ball finds ground, they're able to pick it up, but Buffalo out to the backs. And number 10 finds a gap. hits it underneath. The wing stays in bounds. Buffalo on the front foot, able to retain possession. And you really got to watch for number 10. He's putting his fellas in gaps. There looks like there'll be a lot of space on the left-hand side. And he's going to go through and try to look for the offload. Nope. Boston Irish, tough defense. Not giving up anything in the last few phases. Buffalo having trouble working back on sides. Not getting a lot of depth. Oh, and number 13 finds a gap. He's gonna hop over. The Irish are contesting this ruck. And they look like they're on about the 10-meter line. Buffalo able to hold the ball for possibly over 12 phases already. Playing smart rugby. We're going to take a couple pick and goes here. Oh, and Buffalo makes a daunting tackle, able to wrap it up, slow the ball down at the ruck. Able to take about 10 meters back on defense. And just another big tackle from this Boston defense. They're really not letting up. And the number 10 finds the wing with some space.
Let's go!
He's able to get tackled by the ankles, but they're on their front foot. He looks for the tips pass. Buffalo appears to have an advantage. Buffalo with some space on the wing. They're going to go the other way. Big double tackle, contested ruck. And Buffalo able to put together, they must be on 20-plus phases at the moment. They're playing smart, and number 10 able to shimmy, and he goes in for the try. Try Buffalo. Scores 5-5 before the conversion. As you see right there, Buffalo keeping the ball in hand, working together. You can tell this squad has a lot of continuity, has played together for a while, and they're able to string multiple phases after losing ground. The Boston Irish defense wasn't letting up, but after 20 phases, they were able to find some space, dart right through, and dot it down for a try. Conversion taken by the try scorer, fly half. And he strikes it off the left foot, and the conversion is good. Buffalo goes up 7-5 over Boston Irish Wolfhounds. An unfortunate start for Buffalo, but they've really gained some momentum, and they must have some confidence after that last sequence of play. Buffalo, or excuse me, Boston Irish, no slouch on defense. They were able to make dominant tackles, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the game, and if Buffalo is able to keep up their strength with keeping the ball in hand. And number 10 puts a boot to it, goes over the head of the winger, and he's going to take it. Contact right when he grabs. Great kick, great exit by Buffalo. But Boston Irish is marching forward with their forward pack. Buffalo contesting this ruck, slowing things down a bit. But Irish inching forward. And, oh, a nasty pass from the fly half and from the next man. And Boston is no slouch on the offensive end either. They're gaining meters each run they take. Oh, and he's going to offload, and another one for the third offload. Was support there early enough. No call from the ref. They're going to let it play on. And the ball is lost. Buffalo takes it back. And a skip out wide. Ball falls to the ground. The ref is going to call a penalty on the Boston Irish Wolfhounds. After putting together a bunch of wonderful phases of play, just not able to secure the ruck, and they turn it over. We're 11 minutes into the game. Buffalo's up 7-5. Surely a competitive one. And Buffalo is able to find touch just in front of the 50-meter line. They'll have a line out attacking. And Buffalo's going to go with a 5-man line out. Throw is great. 9's going to spin it out with some pace. And 10's going to take it in, surrounded by pressure. But it appears he's off his feet on the Boston team. And that's something they're going to need to watch out for, and the ref's going to keep disciplining them for that all day. So another penalty. Buffalo's looking like they're gonna go to touch off the foot of number 10. And off the left foot, that kick has some distance, and they're gonna gain just over 35 meters. A big win. Boston's going to have to keep a watch out for penalties earlier because they're going to punish them off that kick to touch. Number 10, he's got a foot, he's got feet, he can move, he can pass, he can do it all. He's the next triple threat. You might find him at a stage near you, or perhaps on a bigger stage. You got to think the Free Jacks are looking at some of the talent in that northern area, or any of those MLR teams for that case. And what a dominant maul from Buffalo. And they still have possession. There's a bunch of bodies on the ground. They look to be about 3 or 4 meters out from the try line. Boston, the riveting tackle. Another three-man tackle from Boston. They're not giving up. They're playing tough goal line defense. And look at that blitz defense from Boston, putting the pressure on Buffalo. How will Buffalo respond? And penalty on the Irish Wolfhounds. What will Buffalo's decision be? And Buffalo's electing to go for points off the penalty. Number 10 from Buffalo. He's shown to be a threat with his foot early on. And he's continued to punish Boston Irish Wolfhounds for their penalties. Off the left boot, and the conversion goes through the uprights. Buffalo takes a lead 10-5 against the Boston Irish Wolfhounds. We are 16 minutes into the first half. Don't make me do the math, know how much is remaining. But Boston off to a hot start, an early try in the first couple minutes, but Buffalo's response has been solid. They have moved the ball with pace. They have created turnovers. And they've used the foot to their advantage. And looks like they're going to exit here. High ball, give some time to run under it, but it looks like it's going to land out. It'll be a Boston line out just outside of Buffalo's 40. And line out, it appears the ref blew it. It appeared to move straight. It looks like they may redo it. They did have a call earlier where the line out wasn't set. So perhaps this is the case again. And, oh, a great handle on the ball by 25 in the line out. What a catch. And Buffalo on the front foot attacking. They're continuing to attack that same side. And just gaining momentum. Phase by phase, penalty on Buffalo. And Boston Irish looking like it looks like they might be quick tapping. Nope. They're going touch. And a great kick to touch. They've got a line out on the 5 meter. What can they do with it? Oh, and the Wolfhounds. Oh, unfortunate. It looks like the strike runner was out of bounds. We are playing the orange lines, but it wasn't an out of bounds call. There appears to be a penalty And the ref's having a chat with the flanker.
Hey, Landers! Landers! Landers, stay in the line! Landers!
And just a wonderful kick to touch by the number 10. Continues to punish this Boston team with their penalties and put his team in position to attack. Excellent kick. And they fake third pod, go first. Great toss from the 9. Is he going to tips pass? No, he's going to take it in. He wants the heat. Next ball goes out to the backs. This Boston defense really pressing up, putting the Buffalo team under pressure. But they're dealing with it very well. And to the foot. The wing is back to collect it. Nope, excuse me, that's the fullback, and he has some pace to burn. He is dangerous, number 15, with a great return off the kick. And Boston looks to have a little bit of space on this left sideline. Let's see if they can use it. It's one of these upcoming phases. No, they see some space right, they're gonna attack. It's taken Buffalo a moment to recollect. Can they use this space on the wing? 14's calling for it. He's gonna look at, oh, and he gets tackled. Looks like he tries to offload, and the ball just hits off his own player's hands. Just a little bit too much passing in the tackle. That Buffalo defense was on him, and wow, but Boston really, really responding well to those last 2 tries from the reigning Super Regional champions of Buffalo. Boston Irish with the, oh, it looks like the ball's going to Boston Irish. Potentially the knock one was on Buffalo. In Boston Irish right now, they have a split backs formation. Center of the field, always challenging to defend as a defense. Defense looks to have their fullback up in the line. The try zones aren't too deep, but you wonder without that sweeper. And it looks like it's going to be an 8-man take. Buffalo's strong scrum able to capture that and stop him early. And penalty to Boston. Boston's done a great job of retaining possession these last couple minutes. And a good kick to touch. Line out will be roughly at the 10-meter line. There is just under 17 minutes left in the half. Buffalo leads 10-5. The Irish are going to take down the maul. And wow. They have a lot of variations off the set piece in the maul. Boston continuing to march forward. Boston another pick and go. forwards won it, and they're in. Boston responding with a try of their own. Score is tied up 10-10. We are 25 minutes into the first half as Boston is set and ready to take their conversion kick. And the Boston Irish Wolfhounds go up 12-10 against Buffalo.
I have to like stand in the right angle so my head can block out the sun and reduce the glare. That's what I've been doing.
Reports are coming in from the other semifinal match of D2 men's. The score is tied 7-7, Phoenixville versus James River. The winner of this match will face the winner of the other D2 men's semifinal. And two players run into each other. The ball falls. It looks like it is going to be a knock-on. Buffalo ball. Unfortunate. Both players seeing that ball in the air, calling it. It was theirs. And as we've seen earlier, this Buffalo attack, they've been able to string phase after phase and keep the ball in hand. It looks like they have their weak side wing into the back line. They're leveraging all their players that they can in this scrum. This has to be tough to defend from Boston. Scrum is just, and a strong scrum from Boston puts them under a little bit of pressure. A strike run by 12, looping around. Oh, and a mishandling error. Buffalo's able to recollect it, but they want to slow things down here. Boston contesting the ruck. Another slow phase. Excuse me. Boston slow. And the Boston defense. I take back my remarks earlier. Tough to defend. No, it is not for them. Constantly pushing that Buffalo offense under pressure. They come up with a steal and a penalty. That mishandling error on the Buffalo side. They look to have some space. And a great kick to touch by the Wolfhounds. The line out appears to be outside the 22. Buffalo, it's been phenomenal. Excuse me, Boston has just been phenomenal in the set piece. Great pass from the number 9. A good strong clear out. They're looking to get the ball out quick and keep attacking. Oh, and the defense, the winger makes a play. It appears they called an offsides penalty on Buffalo. A big break for the for the Boston team, as Buffalo was looking to steal the ball. Buffalo Mall strong. Excuse me. Boston in green. The Wolfhounds have the ball. Pick from the 9. Quick hands. Can he stay in? And he dots it down for a try right on the sideline. The Wolfhounds for the score. They go up 17-10 before the conversion. Phenomenal hands attacking that weak side, but it all started at the Mall. The winger scores the try, but as always, the forwards set it up. They get credit for that one, bringing the defense in and opening up space for the winger to tiptoe his way into a try.
There's no glare. That's always the problem.
And the kick is wide left. Score 17-10. The Irish Wolfhounds are leading Buffalo Rugby 17-10.
Honestly, I don't know how to answer that.
And it looks like there is about 8 minutes left in the first half. The reigning Super Regional champions down 7 points. They've been in this position before. Let's see how they can respond to 2 tries from the Wolfhounds. The Wolfhounds gaining some confidence in their attack. Strong defense, which is leading up to this. But Buffalo is a familiar foe, and they've been in this position before and will not shy away. And the kick goes up, contestable. Well taken by the Boston team. Number 6, able to grab it like Ken Griffey Jr. out of center field. And that could be a potential penalty. No, the ball was lost. Penalty on Boston. And it appears that a Wolfhound player is on the ground. They will pause and let the trainers attend to him.
I think what they do is, like, whenever the clock should have stopped, they just add time. And then however much time adds up, they just add it at the end of the game. Just like how soccer is. Yeah, now's a good time.
There's about 7 minutes left remaining in this first half of the D2 men's semifinal. At 4 p.m., you have the championship D1 Mid-Atlantic Super Regional Championship. Rocky Gorge Rugby out of Laurel, Maryland, facing Old Blue Rugby Club out of New York. It is quite a hot day in Richmond, Virginia, where the Mid-Atlantic Super Regional is being hosted. The turf field only makes it hotter. Some of these teams traveled over 8 hours. You wonder if hydration or the humidity could play an impact on their stamina. Seen earlier games, some cramping up and stretching, so wonder if that'll play an impact in this matchup. Buffalo has a line out just inside the Wolfhounds 22. They go first pod and the ref blows it up. And well thrown, well taken. The Buffalo's gonna march. Dummy. He's gonna slide inside. Boston, just so much pressure on the defense. And Buffalo skates through. And number 12 looks for the unders line to find some space. Boston contesting that maul. Looks like they stole the ball. There's only about 3 minutes left in the first half. Buffalo's retreating for the exit. And it looks like the ball might stay in bounds. It bounces. Oh, and a great exit kick by the Boston Irish Wolfhounds. It appears they're making their Wolfhound howls. Hoo, hoo, hoo. The sideline is thrilled. And has to be demoralizing for the Buffalo side. Oh, and it looks like a player trips. They're able to find some space with the wing. He's got long strides. He's able to stay in bounds. Oh, but taken out just at the 5-meter line. A great attack, but not able to close it out. 2 minutes left in the first half. Our Boston Irish Wolfhounds lead 17-10 against our reigning champs of the Super Regional Buffalo. And Boston, another great line out. Buffalo tries not to contest the maul. No penalty received. And Boston gonna go for the clearance kick. Not able to find touch in their only attack. He's got some space. They've got a lot of Oh, and a forward pass. The exit kick pays dividends, and now they'll be awarded a scrum where the forward pass took place. Boston doing its best to fend off this attack with formidable defense and close out this half. with a 7-point lead. Oh, and a giant tackle from the Buffalo flanker, but what a kick from Boston. And Buffalo has no other option but fine touch, but they gain almost 40 meters in ground and now have a line out in their own attack. We thought they were just trying to fend off that Buffalo offense to end out the half, but no. They are here to score the ball. Now this Buffalo line out has been stellar the whole game. What do they have set up here? A hard run up the middle. And they're going to go weak side. They have space. And they put it through the hands and dot it down on the try line to go up 22-10. Only minutes remaining before they close out the half. Buffalo has been stellar in the set piece throughout the game. And after letting up 10 unanswered points from Buffalo, Boston has come back to score 17 to take the lead. And the conversion is well struck. And it is good from the sideline. If you're a Wolfhound, you couldn't have closed out the half any better. A stop on defense. A brilliant kick to put the Buffalo team under pressure. And a set piece that smells like cherry pie. Put it in for the try. What a guy to put in the conversion. They go up 14 points at half. The score is 24-10. The Boston Irish Wolfhounds lead Buffalo Rugby Club. We'll take it to break. Before we do go to break, this is the semifinal for the D2 men's Mid-Atlantic Super Regional match. They will play the winner of James River Rugby Club out of Richmond, Virginia versus Philly White Marsh Rugby Club out of Pennsylvania. Philly White Marsh appears to be leading at half, 14-7. We'll take it to break. For those tuning in, both teams are just breaking at halftime. We're looking to resume in a minute or two. The Boston Irish Wolfhounds are leading 24-10 against Buffalo Rugby Club in the Mid-Atlantic Super Regional Semifinal for D2 Men's Division. All right. Second half is getting ready to kick off in our match against the Buffalo Rugby Club and Boston Irish Wolfhounds. Boston Irish Wolfhounds up 24-10. They have 19 points unanswered to end the first half. And there's the kickoff. Boston immediately going to foot, looking for the clearance kick, fine touch, and what a beautiful kick. Buffalo will have a line out just outside of the 50-meter line. And the line out is lost, and Boston recollects. But Buffalo is storming in with the herd. And it looks like they must have called a knock-on. And it'll be a scrum, too, the Buffalo pack. Buffalo early in the game able to string together many phases. Can they continue? They haven't been able to provide the offensive power that they were early on. And a strong push from the Boston Irish Wolfhounds. They look for the offload and a kick into space. Finds ground. How far will it roll? Looks like it may go out the back as the 15 lets it roll out of bounds. That'll be a scrum down at the point of the kick. Unfortunate for Buffalo. Able to find the space, but with this synthetic turf, the ball will have a little bit more carry on the ground than they might expect in the grass field. Scrum down to Boston. Now Boston with an awfully flat back line, you have to think they are looking to kick off this first phase. Or their pack will get the penalty. What a scrum from the Wolfhounds. They embody the Wolfhound mindset. They are big, they run hard, and they aren't scared of anything. And fly half finds touch, line out to the Wolfhounds, just outside of their 40-meter line. The Wolfhounds sending 5 into the line out. That gives them 3 forwards to work with off the strike play. They're going to skip one, skip the next. They have some space, but the Buffalo defense presses up and causes, it looks like a knock-on. Great defense, great pressure by that Buffalo number 11 to blow it up. As a reminder, score is 24 to Boston, 10 to Buffalo. We are 5 minutes in to the second half. Boston is in green, Buffalo is in the white and navy blue ensembles. And, oh, the ball hits off the hands of the fly half, and the Buffalo sideline is going rowdy. Excuse me, the Wolfhound sideline are hooting and hollering, having a good old time. You got to think the pressure from this Wolfhound scrum is getting to the Buffalo team. Some of the passes have been low, unable to get clean ball. And this Wolfhound set piece is surely formidable as the Hounds stick together. Never mind. Buffalo looking to dominate some of their own set pieces. But kick goes through from the 9. And looks to be an offsides penalty on the kick. Will be Buffalo's ball. And a beautiful kick from the Buffalo fly half. They now have a line out just outside the 40-meter line of the Wolfhounds.
Leave it. They'll leave it there.
Boston playing defense with their far side winger up, and 2 of their back 3 in defense for the kick. They've been putting pressure on this Buffalo attack all day, and it's been working. And a lot of pressure from that. Oh, Buffalo has some space. And they try to offload. It looks like it was knocked backwards by Green. And it appears they are calling it a Boston line out. Excuse me, this will be a scrum for the Wolfhounds. And a sub goes in at prop for the Wolfhounds. Boston set up with the weak side winger behind the fly half. They're going to pull it out back to that winger, and they're going to run another blocker play. Give the ball with the winger with some space. He's got pace to burn. Oh my, he's fast. Puts a grubber down, and the ball goes out. They didn't retain possession, but that is quite a play. It's now going to be a Buffalo line out just outside the 5-meter line. Wonderful play by the winger. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. And Buffalo goes to the maul. They're making some meters. The ball looks to slip out, but lands in a Buffalo hand. Fake, fake, off the left boot. Will it make it to touch? It doesn't look like it's going. Goes backwards off the hands of the Boston winger. He's already shown his speed earlier. He doesn't have any problem showing it again. Dish it off. One more pass. Nope. And they're going to take it in, resettle. No, they're not. And 15 takes it with a little bit of space. He finds a gap. He dishes it off to 14 for the try. Boston Irish Wolfhounds with 24 unanswered points as they go up 29-10. We are 10 minutes into the second half. 30 minutes left to play. And Boston showing no signs of slowing down because the Wolfhounds came to run. And just some great play. You see the back three in unison. Fullback takes it, dishes it off to his buddy from the wing, who has shown, he's still catching his breath at midfield. Number 14, that is. They might have to put him at an Olympic trial for the next 100-meter dash. Just some strides that every prop would wish for. And so the Boston Irish Wolfhounds lead 29-10. As I said, that is 24 unanswered. They were down 10-5 early in the first half, and they've showed no signs of slowing down. And high kick. Oh, well contested, but it looks like it bounces forward off the hands. Was he hit in the air? He is gasping for air. The referee is calling a penalty in the Boston Irish Wolfhounds' favor. It appears they called he was hit in the air. He made an attempt, jumped in there. Looks like he's still catching his breath. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. He's a major player for the Wolfhounds. Has made an impact all game. Will he be able to remain in the game? Did he just get the wind knocked out of him, or is it something more? It appears he'll stick through. And quite a dangerous play. You wonder if the referee thought about bringing out the yellow cards, but they're not going to. The game will remain 15-on-15. Excuse me, the score is 29-10. The Wolfhounds lead by 19. And a great kick to touch. The Wolfhounds gain almost 30 meters from that penalty. And they're attacking inside their 40-meter line. Once again, the Wolfhound side is just making it a guessing game with where they're going to throw that line out. Buffalo has no answers for it, but they steal the ball. And they look to attack. Some good leg drive by the Buffalo team. Some quick hands. 10's going to offload, but he's swallowed up by this formidable Irish Wolfhounds defense. They put so much pressure on this Buffalo side. There appears to be a little bit of chippiness, but they look to make up. And Boston puts it to ground. Not into his hands, though. And it looks like it's going to stay in, returned by 15. He's shown his dangerous abilities. He's going cut wide. Put the stiffy on. Boston able to retain ball. 12 with a hard run. And they go weak. Oh. Advantage to Buffalo. Advantage is going to get caught by the number 10, but they're going to play on. They're not going to allow the advantage. And they're going to kick to the top, and well received by 21 of Buffalo. They made some ground. And it looks like a little bit of chippiness is breaking out. It appears number 2's hand is red. After showing some emotion, he drops down to a knee. You have to wonder what sparked the outrage. But as your team is up 19, the leaders on the Wolfhounds were able to reel him back in and not let any emotions get in between the lead that they have. We're 15 minutes into the second half. The Irish Wolfhounds remain up 19 points to Buffalo Rugby Club, our reigning Super Regional champions. And it appears the leaders of the Irish team are trying to instill some composure on their fellow Hounds. The Hounds have really been in control the last 40 minutes or so. But as earlier, the penalties are how Buffalo really got some of their opportunities to score. Could this be another? Once again, just a beautiful kick to touch from the 10 of Buffalo. They gain roughly 30 meters. Line out just outside of the 22. The question is, can they find a crease through this Boston defense? The Boston defense hasn't been scored on in 30 or 40 minutes. But great, oh. the ball hits the ground and they lose their momentum. Once again, this Boston defense is wreaking havoc and causing another turnover. With such the rush of the Boston defense, the Buffalo team has to think of putting some kicks through. Their fly half has shown some promise with his foot, but they are rushing up with a lot of pace. That wing is in the line. They have to try something new. Mishandling errors have been plaguing them ever since they put up their 2 tries and went up 10-5. There's 20 minutes left in the half. 12's going to attack. Out the back to 14. Does he have speed? Yes, he does. He's in a ginormous hit from number 10. And they're taken out of bounds. Wow. The number 10 playing defense at fullback made a clobbering hit, and they were taken out of bounds, but they had already gained 30 meters. That's not a bad circumstance for the Irish Wolfhounds. Buffalo has a line out just outside of their 22. They can't exit directly into touch. And it looks like it is a 5-man line out from Buffalo. They're going to go middle. Beautiful throw, well executed. Tip on pass. And the Buffaloes want to stampede. Go back to the fly half, off the left foot. And it bounces out. Beautiful kick from the Buffalo fly half. Just a excuse me. I stand corrected. It went directly out. Boston will take. It looks to be a line out at the spot of the kick. "20 minutes left in the match. The Wolfhounds in green lead Buffalo 29-10. Wow, riveting tackle from the inside center. Oh. And ball falls on the ground, retained by Buffalo. No one's back. Are they able to exit in time? They're going to resettle the possession and set up this clearance kick. Or will they attack? They have a 4-on-3, and he's able to find some space. Will he put it through with it? No. He finds his man at pace, and he's got support. And he's getting caught. Oh, he goes inside, and the ball gets tipped. And the call on the field is a penalty. Oh, great effort by the Boston defense to disrupt the pass. They get the penalty, but they stop the try. That was surely looking like a try for the Buffalo side. They look like they're asking for a penalty try or a card, but it doesn't look like the ref is going to give it to him. Buffalo stands down 19 points. They're in position to put some more on the board. And they'll have a line out on their 5-meter. The Wolfhounds line out has been phenomenal all day on offense. Can they do the same on defense and withstand this Buffalo attack? Looks to be a 6-man line out. Taken cleanly off the top. Oh, the ball slips back. Buffalo has the ball. They're inching close. They're less than a meter away from the try line. A pile of bodies on the floor. Double tackle, and a try is scored by Buffalo. Buffalo encouraging their players to hustle back. They want to keep the pace up. They had 19 points to come back from. Now it's only 14, a 2-possession game, and that is before the kick. And I don't know if you saw that water bottle grab. His feet may be better than his hands are. In Buffalo, with some momentum, they're fired up. They know they have what it takes to score on this Boston defense. And there's 15 minutes left in the match. And a beautiful, well-struck kick from the left boot of number 10 once again. Score is 29-17. The Wolfhounds lead with 15 minutes left in the game. Corrected. 16 minutes left in the game. And a little bit of overcast is coming into the skyline. The players will thank Mother Nature for that. Number 10 sets the receive, and he is straight to the boot. And that's going to go directly to touch. And the opposing team's having some words with each other. Sounds like friendly coworker banter. Wolfhounds line out. Here's they're putting in 5. 3 of their pack mates ready for the strike play. But it was not straight. The line out was not straight. Buffalo will be awarded, and they're going to take the scrum. Things are going the way for the Stampede of the Buffalo Rugby Club. They scored a try, converted, got a penalty off their clearance, kick line out. And once again, they're in attack. They're within 2 possessions, only a 12-point lead for Boston. Boston has dominated for the last 50 minutes, but Buffalo is getting a wind of excellence. Penalty. Once again, those penalties have troubled them early on. They know this fly half is able to put the boot wherever he wants. The golden left foot, some say. And, wow, he's able to put it in within the 5-meter line from the 40 meters. Buffalo now on the front foot with the line out. Down 12 points, 13 minutes left. Can they bring it in within 1 possession? And the ball slips to the Wolfhound side. And it slips back to the Buffalo side. Buffalo's marching. The Buffalo Soldiers. Buffalo on the pick and goes. The ref says the ball's clean. We're awaiting the penalty call. It appears to be in the Irish Wolfhounds' favor as they are celebrating, but she is having some words. And what a sequence of events. The Wolfhounds in scary territory, but they're able to force the penalty and clear out the kick. There's about 12 minutes left in the match as the Wolfhounds lead by 12. And once again, the Wolfhounds line out is outstanding. Some very good go forward, but a great contest on the defensive side. But they're able to get the ball out, and they're trying to find some space. But will it go directly out? So it'll be a scrum at the kicking point for Buffalo. And Buffalo looking for some space. Support's there. But those Wolfhounds are always going to challenge at the ruck. Oh, and a big hit behind the gain line for Boston. A scrum cap flies, and they're going to go weak side. They appear to have numbers. Can they correct? Great run by Buffalo. Good pass from the 9. They're going to find foot, do the chip kick, but the winger is there, and he is dangerous. Have I mentioned that already? Probably 5 times. And they're going to go wide. They see space. They're going to try to hold him up. Nope. He went to ground. Tough run by the Wolfhounds. They're just inside their 50-meter line. And a great unders line. What a carry. The support was there in time. And the Wolfhounds keep on attacking. It appears the Wolfhounds have numbers right. Are they able to move the ball? Yes, there's a gap. He has his hands free. And the Wolfhounds, although, and an offsides call on Buffalo. A big penalty. They're going to stop play, it appears, for a man down on the Buffalo side, taking a knee. And the Wolfhounds are going to choose to go to points to try to make it a 3-possession game, or a 3-score game, excuse me. Well struck, and it goes wide left. And a great kick, but the fullback's ready to receive. And as I said earlier, he is dangerous, along with that Wolfhound back three. Those are some fast puppies. And well contested by the Buffalo side. No one's back. Will they try to find the space behind? Oh. Can he make him? Oh. Some great moves. And the tackler did not release. They're going to give Buffalo a penalty. Just over 7 minutes left in the game. And they try to go quick. Although they wanted to go quick, it looks like the Pack wanted to scrum. And it looks like the Buffalo side is going to put in an impact sub. Just over 6 minutes remaining. And instead of going to touch, they're going to find space. But as I said, 15 on the Wolfhounds is dangerous. He's a puppy that don't follow directions. He makes them. But they are awarded with a penalty. And they're going to go quick. And it sounds like the defense was back 10. And that Wolfhound defense has their back facing the left. Great pass. Contested ruck. Put the kick through, but will it go too far? It looks like it might land in the end zone, and they're going to dot it down for a 22-meter drop. No. Time is off. A Buffalo member is down. Looks like with multiple Buffalo team players are down. Our head ref is going to go to the side judges. Was there potentially some dangerous play that they will be penalized for? Buffalo has the penalty, down 12. There's just about 5 minutes left. They need 2 scores. And the kick to touch, maybe not what they wanted, but they have the line out just inside the 40-meter mark. And it appears the scrum cap that was tossed off 15 minutes earlier still lies on the ground. The line out was not straight. Buffalo not able to capitalize on the penalty. And Boston Irish Wolfhounds will get the scrum with just less than 5 minutes to go. Up 12 points. What will they do with the ball? Oh, and it appears the scrum cap has made its way off the pitch. Stable scrum. 8-man take. He gets chopped down. And the Wolfhounds seem to be exiting. Kicking to the fly half. And a huge hit. They're going to call a high tackle and potentially a penalty. And Boston is going to be down to 14 men for the rest of the match. There's only a few minutes left. Can that make a difference? What are they going to do? They need 2 scores and 2 tries and a conversion just to tie it up. They don't have much time, but they do have more men. Oh, and the ball's knocked on by Buffalo. Penalty. And Buffalo.
Take your time. Take your time, Lee.
Just a infraction that was very preventable. And he quick taps, kicks it to touch. And that is going to be the match. The Boston Irish Wolfhounds prevail. They win 29-17 against the reigning Super Regional champions, Buffalo Rugby Club. Well fought from Buffalo. They went up 10-5 early. Were able to bring it back within 2 scores. But at the end of the day, the set piece and the defensive line speed from Boston was able to push them past the reigning champions. They will play tomorrow at 3 p.m. on the live stream. They will play the winner of the James River Rugby Club from Richmond, Virginia, and the Philly White Marsh Rugby Club from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am getting the scores in from the reporters, and we'll have that soon with who they are facing. The last reported score was 35-7, Phoenixville. I believe it's Philly White Marsh. Philly White Marsh was able to defeat James River Rugby Club and advance to the D2 men's final of the Mid-Atlantic Super Regional. We'll tune in later. We're going to take break. Thank you.